We now have some more news coming from Pakistan concerning Imran Khan. The sons of Pakistan's jailed former Prime Minister Imran Khan have expressed deep concern over their father's condition, warning that authorities may be hiding something irreversible. Khan has been in jail since August 2023, serving multiple sentences in cases he claims are politically motivated following his 2022 parliamentary ouster. His son, Kasim Khan, has said that the family has had no direct or verified contact with Khan for weeks, despite a court order mandating weekly visits. He has described the situation as a form of psychological torture and has said the family's greatest fear is that authorities are deliberately withdrawing and withholding critical information about his health. Kasim has further added that Khan's personal physician has been denied access for more than a year. A jail official speaking anonymously, although has claimed that Khan is in good health and there are no plans to move him to higher security facility. The family says the lack of information and access, including media restrictions on Khan's name and image, has intensified their anxiety. Kasim and his brother, Suleiman, who live in London, have appealed to international human rights organizations and demand immediate restoration of court-ordered visits, calling the situation a human rights emergency. All right, I want to go to retired Major General Sudhakar ji into the discussion here. Sir, it's way back in June when reports concerning Imran Khan's health started to emerge. Earlier, there were claims that he's undergoing some kind of torture in jail. Now, the claims are that he might not even be alive. There was a recent statement from a PTI senator that he is alive, but the sons have again voiced their concern over Imran Khan's health. What's your assessment of the situation now, especially with Asim Munir, who continued to be at loggerheads with Imran Khan? Is now heading the defense forces as the chief of defense forces in Pakistan.
Yeah, excellent question, Kriti. In response, before I come to the core issue, let me just paint the background, keep it in the back of our mind that there is a Constitution Amendment 27, Article 243 of Pakistan Constitution. It has undergone modification or change, and this amendment makes Munir, Field Marshal Munir, the strongest, most powerful, most authoritative military officer, army officer, who's looking after the Pakistan army. Also, he is responsible for the Air Force and the Navy. One point which gets hidden from the scrutiny of the public is that in armed forces, a senior cannot remain under a junior, under his command. But in the instant case, the chief of the Pakistan Air Force is way senior than Field Marshal Munir. So, in order to cater for these kind of imbalance in the system and structure, assuming that army enjoys the status of demigod in Pakistan, therefore it is only Munir or the chief of the army staff who can retain the central authority for command, control, coordination. So keep this in the mind. And also, this man is totally, he is insulated from any kind of scrutiny or accountability to judiciary, to legislature, to executive, or anybody in any system which is existing in Pakistan today. So he is free from all kinds of criminal investigation, going to judiciary, impeachment if it is comes up his way. So there is no chief of the army staff of his station anywhere in the world today as it things stand. So keep this in the back of your mind. To me, the options are firstly, he could be dead. That I have been saying 15, 20 days back. That possibly he's dead, he's been poisoned, his body has been moved out. Something like on the lines Afghan Times, I think they covered a small little news item. Or second, he could be so unwell that there is a medical treatment going on regular basis, but it is not in a fit condition to be showcased through the medium of camera or photograph, or allowed as per the judiciary twice two meetings in a week. Third, he could be alive if he is alive, the question comes up, why isn't the authority allowing him? Why the access is not being given as outlined by the judiciary? So why is he not being allowed to give any kind of statements, be it the PTI party or the lawyer or the medical people? Today, I believe a lawyer has given a statement, PTI lawyer, that he is hale and hearty, he is inside the jail. However, he is coming under lots of pressure to leave this country for good, permanently. So the summarize all everything, Kriti, if you again allow me, give me one more minute. What I summarize and
Very quickly,
assess
sir.
is that there is a design, everything is happening to a plan. The design is the USA is trying to push back China's penetration into Pakistan, and this is the only way to push back by throwing out PTI. The moment Imran Khan goes out of Pakistan, irrespective of the country, his party is going to fall because there are no second, third, fourth rung of leadership under him.
All right. Thank you, sir, for your comment. They are requested to stay on as we proceed to other stories. But I want to quickly take a follow-up question from Satoru Nagao here. Mr. Nagao, would you like to add on to where Major Retired General, finished? Is it because it's an attempt to push back China from Pakistan?
Yeah, there is a possibility that this comment is right, and but at the same time, anyway, the Pakistan should respect the human right issue in jail. So that's why killing in jail is itself is a crime. And this without the democratic level of the Pakistan. Indeed, more than half of the history is of the Pakistan politics is military junta, and another half is military-backed government. So that's why always military leads the Pakistan politics. This is not democracy. In case of the Imran Khan, I do not think that he is a good guy, but at the same time, he challenged army. That was what happened in 2019. So that was the cause of problem, I think. But that is, in the jail, they have already arrested. Even in such kind of situation, they try to kill in jail is a little bit too strong. So that's why that is not a good reputation, of course.
All right, thank you, Mr. Nagao, for joining us here at NewsX World. And with that, viewers, we quickly move on to another news coming in concerned to Pakistan. Pakistan's trade halt with Afghanistan has caused massive economic losses, crippling key sectors like cement, coal, pharma, and agriculture. The suspension, which began on October 11, has led to job losses and rising public anger, particularly in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. The cement industry is hardest hit, facing skyrocketing coal prices, while pharma exports worth $187 million are struck. Agricultural exports have collapsed and perishable goods have gone to waste. Transit duties have dried up, worsening Pakistan's forex crisis as well. In Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, businesses are on the brink of bankruptcy, and local frustration grows as calls for reopening trade crossings intensify. Meanwhile, Kabul has shifted to new trade routes, leaving Pakistan's economy in turmoil. And Bangladesh says it expects India to extradite deposed Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina at the earliest, following her conviction and death sentence in absentia for crimes against humanity. The interim government's foreign affairs advisor, Mohammad Tauheed Hussain, has said the issue should not block broader ties with New Delhi, but added that India must adjust to new realities after last year's July uprising toppled Hasina's government. The advisor has told reporters in Dhaka that Hasina's repatriation is now Bangladesh's formal request under the country's extradition treaty. Hasina, who was a declared fugitive, fled to India after her regime was ousted. Bangladesh has submitted an official extradition letter and is awaiting India's response. Dhaka may also approach the International Criminal Court to bring back other convicted fugitives. All right, I'll shortly be joined in by our guest to help us with more details and understand the nuances of the issue. But the interim government's foreign advisor, Mohammad Tawheed Hussain, has said that the issue should not block broader ties with New Delhi, and also added that India must adjust to new realities after last year's July uprising toppled Hasina's government. Let's remind you once again, viewers, that Hasina had fled to India after her regime was ousted and is currently in exile in India. All right, I'm afraid we'll not be joined by our guest into this discussion here, but that's all the time that we have for in Primetime Asia. Do stay tuned to